Hello everybody, welcome to the Rugby Chat pre-show. Let me just get my purple hands. There we go. As you can see, the Lions shirt won the voting as to what shirt I should wear for the Rugby Chat. Thank you guys. Hey Lee, how you doing? So yes, I am Paul from Rugby Chat. From Rugby Chat? No, I am Paul from Driving More, and I'll be a host of Rugby Chat, which will be on Twitter in about 14 minutes ish. If you're watching this on YouTube and the playback, obviously you've missed that. But hey, do enjoy the show anyway. Some of the stuff we'll be going through, or some of the stuff that's happened over the last week. Obviously, we had the very sad news of John Alomu passing away, and so we'll be having we'll have a quick chat about all our favourite memories of him and the happier side of his time as a rugby personality and All Black and stuff. We also have Rich McCaw retiring. Basically the All Black of the greatest All Black of all time, or is it Pine Tree, or who is the or is it even Lomu? Some people have been saying. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have time to go to cover that in How to Rugby Chat, but obviously at the end of a great career, and he's off to fly helicopters, as well as his commercial promotional work afterwards. We had Eddie Jones being appointed as the England rugby coach. We'll be talking about whether the RFU has already hamstrung him around selection, etc., or is he still his own man? We'll have to see about that as the over the coming months. And running on from that, obviously, also after his comments about Chris Robshaw not being a 7, are we going to see a New England captain? If so, who's it going to be? So we'll cover all that during the rugby chat. We had a good weekend of European Champions Cup action. Not quite complete, with still the one game being postponed because of the atrocities in Paris. But some pretty impressive results, with Wasps overturning Toulon in emphatic fashion, being the last one. But this was also the first time in a number of years that all the English sides won their games in the same round. So obviously a good weekend for the Premiership sides, and not so good for the Pro 12, which had most they lost all their games in the Championship, and in the Challenge Cup, they 2 of their wins were against the bottom sides from the other two or lower sides, shall I say, sorry, from the other two conferences, and so it's not a great weekend for the Pro 12 teams. So we'll cover that off. The next week, obviously, we have the Aviva Premiership. We return to the Aviva Premiership Pro 12 and Top 14s. So my prediction pieces for those will come out over the next couple of days. I'll be doing a prediction piece, obviously, for the Aviva Premiership, which I always do, but I'm also going to be doing one for the Pro 12 for the first time, as I'm going so well in that competition on Super Brew. So see my first ever Pro 12 prediction piece going out, and tell me how wrong I am. And finally, the HSBC Sevens series kicks off in Dubai in just over a week. I caught up with Andy, the coach of the Tonga Sevens, and had an interview with him about Tonga Sevens. So you can read that on drivingmore.com. It's interesting. The life of a rugby player in the Pacific Islands is very different to what we expect in sort of Europe or even New Zealand. So that's worth a read. As his experiences there, and his goals for Tonga Sevens. The other thing that came out also was so the men's series is going good guns. So it's expanded now to 10 tournaments. But for some reason, the ladies series has been reduced from 6 to 4. There are quiet comments that there are more tournaments to be announced, but that's really sad. And of those 4 tournaments, none of them are being hosted by a Tier 1 nation. So it's really disappointing to see countries like England that now have gone professional with their ladies 7 squad to be not hosting a tournament for them to play in. And none of the 10 Tier 1 nations are stepping up to host a ladies tour, which is really so. There's got to be some question marks there with World Rugby as their commitment. They talk about expanding the game, and then we see these sort of things happen, which are really disappointing. So we'll touch on sevens towards the end of the Rugby Chat as well, as well as other pieces. So that's what we're going to talk about. And that's what's happened in the last week. If you have a question, you can type it into the bottom of Periscope, and otherwise we'll finish there, and I'll see you on Twitter for the #Rugby Chat. Cheers.